We are in the NCAA post-match press conference after a regional final between Kelvin and Wittenberg, joined by Kelvin head coach Amber Warners. She is flanked, as we look through the camera, on her left by Anna Camp and Kaylana Castillo, and to her right, Grace Kellogg and Sarah DeVries. Coach, again, an opening statement on tonight's 5-set win.
Yeah, I want to congratulate Wittenberg. Evelyn has done a really nice job with their team and their program, and it's really a shame, I think, that both of our teams are not going to the Elite Eight. So I definitely think it's two teams that deserve to be there. I think it was a defensive battle tonight, from the blocking to the digging, and neither team wanted to give in. There were little spurts here and there. I think I'm most proud about how we just kept fighting and we just never gave up, and that goes a long ways.
Well, we'll start here with Anna and Kaylana. You guys have played in a fair amount of 5-set matches, not only this year but in your career. Describe what it's like playing on a 5-setter like that, especially when it's going right down to the wire. And it's kind of like walking right on, as Coach has said, on the edge of a cliff, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think that watching a 5-set game is a lot more stressful than playing a 5-set game, because when you're in it, you're not really thinking about like the score and the momentum shifts. You're just focusing on your game and what you need to do to get the next point. And so I think shout out to Coach Warners for preparing us really well for 5th sets and for also giving us a tough schedule this year, because we had a lot of 5 sets, a really close 5 sets. So this is kind of familiar ground for us, and I am just so proud of our team and the way that we rallied and came out strong in that 5th set and never gave up.
Before I go to your players on your right, Coach, I thought the 2nd set was extremely pivotal. After you had set 1, you were up 22-18. Wittenberg surged. Gave you a little bit of a punch. If we're talking about heavyweights here, they got the set win there, and you came right back and got that set number 2. How was the team able to come right back, put set 1 behind them, and get set number 2 under their belts?
Well, in a lot of ways, when you look at the sport and the way it's played, it's basically you're trying to get 3 big points. So it doesn't matter how you get the points. It could be a rout, or it could be super close. It's just 1. And to keep that perspective, I think, really helps. And we were just down 1-0. That was it. So this team has shown way too much grit and endurance throughout the season. I mean, we've played an incredibly tough schedule, and there hasn't been one match that we've taken off or let go. And I knew that if we could keep with the skills and keep fighting back, I knew we wouldn't give up. And so I never felt like they had us at a breaking point. But that's kind of that's what makes good teams great to me, is not letting those momentum shifts either way get in your head.
I'm going to move over to Sarah here. Your thoughts on this one. It was one where you had to dig down and give everything you had on every point, wasn't it?
Yeah. I just want to say that Wittenberg's a great team, and we always see them in our postseason, and they just give us a battle every time. And Coach always tells us to just leave it all out on the court. And yeah, we're tired. Yeah, it's 5 sets, but I think that's what we did tonight. We worked hard for every single point, and we left it all out on the court. And yeah, it was hard. It was a battle. It was exhausting, but I think we played really well and just battled through it and left it all out on the court.
Grace, you're one of several freshmen that have played a lot this year, and you've had to play a lot this year because there's a handful of returning letter winners, but a lot of spots that needed to be filled this year, and you're one of them. What's it been like to be part of this freshman class and be put into big responsibilities at times? You know, we're playing a lot tonight, had 30-plus digs, attacking, all that kind of thing. What's it been like?
It's just been like really crazy. Like I didn't really expect like the team chemistry to be like as good as it is. Like I knew coming in it'd be like a great team, but like I don't know, like just it's like exceeded my expectations in a way, just because I don't know, I feel so blessed being able to like play with all these girls, and like everyone just supports each other and will do anything for each other, and everyone's just so selfless, and it just means so much that I'm able to make an impact, and that I'm able to like do whatever it takes to help us win.
To Coach, just touching on that, would you say that's one of the unique hallmarks of this team, the tightness and the way this group really pulls together?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's our culture. That's something we've worked very hard on for the last several years. This year seemed like it was super easy, and it just clicked from day one. And you can't force that. And so I think the first week of the season we thought, you know, this could be a pretty special team. And they're all bought in, and they're really fun. And they just love to be together. And I don't take that for granted.
Just staying right there with Coach, it's on to the national quarterfinals now. You're going to Pittsburgh. You've been in this position before where you played in the national quarterfinals. Be a little bit of a road trip this time around. Just your thoughts on moving forward here and playing another match.
Yeah, one of the main reasons we wanted to win this weekend is because we wanted to extend our season so we could be together more. And that's going to be our goal, to make it to the very last day if we can. And I sort of feel like, okay, we can take a breather, we've got new life, and we're just going to take one day at a time, and we're going to, the other thing is hosting is great, and I want to thank the support staff at Calvin. Jeff, you and the other people have put in so many hours, and we don't take that for granted, and we really appreciate that we could have a home court advantage. And we're excited that we actually get to go on a road trip together now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a double bonus. We got to be home, and now we get to go away.
Well, maybe one group we should thank, and maybe the seniors can talk a little bit about it, is the fan support. They were pretty vocal tonight. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, again, our brother team, they're awesome, and just Night Nation, they're a lot of fun, and they definitely bring a lot of energy, and yeah, it just the atmosphere is so much fun.
Sarah, you've been to the national quarterfinals twice. It's your third trip, and you have a freshman sitting right there next to you. How will you, for example, tell some of these other first-time folks what this experience is like and what to expect?
Yeah, I think one great piece of advice is actually from Coach, and she said to play like you're a senior, and so we don't know when we're going to be back to the national playoffs or whatever. So I think that just taking it all in and playing your hardest every game, and knowing that you might not make it there again next year. We always hope to, but I think to just play your hardest and soak it all in every single day that we're together, just hanging out, or that we're on the court, and then just loving every moment of it.
Yeah. I'm going to ask Coach just your thoughts on kind of an exciting time for Calvin Athletics. Men's soccer wins a second rounder in the NCAA tournament here today. You guys win. Women's basketball won on the closing seconds tonight, for instance. A lot of fun stuff that's going on in Calvin Athletics. Just your thoughts, because I know you talk to a lot of these teams, and just try to get them in the proper mindset as a leader in this athletic program.
Yeah, in the 22 years I've been at Calvin, this year has been hands down the best in different teams supporting one another. And I don't know about, I can't speak for our team, I think they would agree that we have felt so much love and support from the other teams this year, way more than we have in the past. And we are so hoping that the other teams keep winning too. And it's just a fun place to be around because you feel supported. And I think a lot of athletic programs, it's teams competing against one another or being jealous of one another. And I think that atmosphere around here has been really, really great this year.
Yeah, I'll move back to the seniors. You know, cross country won a regional title today on the men's side, and you know, I see pictures of them watching volleyball tonight along with, you know, some of the other teams. Swimming was tweeting in, women's basketball was watching in their hotel last night. How cool is it when you have other teams supporting you? I mean, you already mentioned the brother team, the men's lacrosse squad.
I think it's so fun. It's one of those things that makes Calvin such a special place, that we can back each other up, and that we're maroon and gold all the way, no matter what. And so it's been one of the best parts of my experiences as a Calvin athlete.
All right, any other questions? Very good. Congratulations to everyone.
Thanks, Jeff.